Hey dudes and dudettes, here with another Path of Exile video for you. And that new Spectre that I had found in the Xophs region in the last video, yeah, I learned a little more about them and their own unique Warcry here that is called Empowering Howl. These are called Xophs Favoured. This is extra fire damage, resist fire. They do that little Warcry you see there. That Warcry takes physical, adds extra fire damage of a percentage of your physical. I don't know the percentage because not even PoDB has it up, but it's a pretty good amount that they do add. On the Holy Flame Totems alone, you can see they add thousands, and the Holy Flame Totem doesn't do that much physical. I mean, over the time, DPS wise, it hits a lot, but I think that it would be really big and shining on a necromancer that has a lot of zombies. And the great thing is that these have also a cleave attack that is fire based, so they can proc elemental army if you had elemental army in them as well, and they can get increased by elemental type gym nodes and support gems. So we're going to take them out real quick, and I'm going to show you them in an area where they can actually do something. Considering I haven't spec'd down much Spectres, they're mainly for buffing and my own defense. So let's go to maybe the riverbed. Maybe that will be the best place for them. But there is they're pretty hard to get, but there is some advantage to, I think, running like 4 or 5 Spectres that are all buff Spectres. I know we have the Arena Master, we have the Baronite Cleric, we have the 2 Stygian Apes, and if you had these, see, there's their Cleave, you know? You see it? Right there. And then, of course, they're casting their Empowering Howl. So with these, that would be 5 buff Spectres for your zombies. I would say with the new zombies, with the new buffs that they've added, I don't think zombies lost any esteem. I think if you used all these Spectres properly and efficiently as buffers, and then used your Animate Guardian as a buffer for your zombies or your Raging Spirits, or any of the minions like skeletons and so forth, these would be good with physical. I don't think that your Raging Spirits would be very good unless you used the Obliterator staff that gives them physical, and then this would increase them, because I don't think they do physical, but I'd have to check. And so when you're running zombies or anything like that, I know that's some people have their meta of Spectres, but if you want the strongest zombies, I would say try all these buffs, these buff Spectres at once. We've gone over quite a few buff Spectres and lucked out in finding them pretty well. I mean, I didn't even know anything about these, and I found them, and it seems like they're pretty good about this, and are not gonna die in a one hit, especially if you're spec'd out in Spectres. They look really cool. If you have to have Spectres, why not have some that look cool? And they're doggos. And the Empowering Howl lasts, like, you can see here, it lasts 8 seconds, and that's flat. I think that it probably will get enhanced by the Necromancer's duration buff, so it might even go even further above 10 seconds. I'd have to check that with a Necromancer type character. But yeah, they seem to be great to me, and if you took and added them to any of your groups as a support, I think they're even better than the Baronite Cleric, in the sense that, well, the Baronite Cleric causes them to shock more and gives lightning damage 20%. These aren't an aura. These are a one-time Warcry cast, and then for the 8 seconds, things get to do whatever. With the Baronite, they have to stay in a certain area, and that's fine if you're running Feeding Frenzy on it, but if your Spectres are staying back, I would say these might be the better because of the Warcry being a bit bigger AoE, and I think, not as situational as an aura that's very, for them, tiny. And my suggestion, I would be putting Arena Master with Baronite Cleric with these doggos here, Xophs Favoured, and Stinging Ape, the Stinging Ape combo of Frenzy and Power Charges, and I would just be letting them go with my zombies or my skeletons. I think if you had these out and you did convoke onto a boss with all of these, they dropped their buffs. You had up your some of the skeletons. You had some, obviously your zombies up. I think you would see such an amazing amount of damage just off the 5 buffs. And I think that's what if I made a Spectre, I would try to focus on, was getting as many, made a build for Necromancer, as I would focus on the Spectres being buffers, and the zombies or skeletons being the front line, which I know people do, but I don't think they've taken it as far with all the new Spectres and the buffing of the Spectre stuff. I just think there's a lot of potential here, and I know I'm missing a bunch, so be on your lookout for any kind of buff Spectres. I think that's where we're going to see the true strength of a Necromancer going forward, is using all these buffs on some very powerful zombies to, like, they already kill fast, but I think these are going to make it crazy, even more so. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this Spectre video. I mean, check them out. Look, they do look pretty awesome. Look at these little dudes. They're doggos, so that's a big bonus. They use a good doggy. Yes, I use a good doggies. That's the great part, is if something looks like a doggo, because doggos is loves. But yeah, hope you enjoyed these. When I found them in Xophs region, I thought, I had used some others and they just weren't panning out. From Xophs region, as you saw, they weren't very good. But these turned out to be nice. Yeah, I'm running more Vaults of Adziri. I love running Vaults of Adziri. As you can see, that's a lot of what I do. And I've been finding okay loot. I'm taking right now, and I'm saving back like 10 Vaults of Adziri maps to show you how much loot I get and compare them. But yeah, hope you're doing well. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're testing out all this kind of stuff. Hope you enjoy the new kinds of Spectres here. These I think were actually pretty awesome. Pretty awesome find. They are in Xophs region, so it's just a Xophs Breachstone if you want to go get them. They were everywhere in the zone. I don't know if you can get them from any of the breaches that you find in maps. I don't know if you can get them from there. I assume you can, because you can see a lot of fire pillars and stuff, and that also has a lot of different things there. And I would say there's one I'm trying to get that I would point out to you all. You remember the Pocked Giant Spectre video I did? There's a Pocked Giant version in the breach areas that expand on maps, and I don't know if you can resurrect them, but if you could, they might be really good, or might just be a normal Pocked Giant. But that's something I want to test when I get a chance, is because you have to do it so quick. You have to Spectre them so quick, I think, or else find them in a certain zone that's a Breachstone. But yeah, hope you're doing okay. Hope you're having fun with the league. Hope you're getting great loot. Hope that all the videos, you enjoying them, and you're enjoying the Vaults of Adziri if you tried them out, and enjoyed the Spectres if you tried them out. A bunch of you been commenting about some of the stuff. Love reading the comments, and I think that next league, I'll be in the next video. Before I talk your heads off, I'll be going over what I think I'm going to be doing in the next league, which is different than I've ever done before in the sense of play style and everything. And I think it's a style that I want to try to promote for the next league. Maybe it depends. if I'm working on it now. If it sounds like it's going to be boring, I will of course scrap it. But yeah, see you in the next video. And as always, take care, be safe, and be cool to each other.